Hi guys, welcome to our show today, and on set here we have my co-host Alfie. Karibu.
Asante.
Yeah, so we are gonna look at what we discussed last time.
Yes, yes.
And what did we discuss about? Personalities and characters.
Yes,
yeah.
We looked at the personality, we looked at the characters. I think we also discussed about multi-personality disorder.
Yes, and their triggers, of course. What
Yes.
triggers us to have such?
Yes. So, and what are we discussing today?
So today we are going to discuss about going deeper into types of personality traits, what they are. Actually, we are going to help our audience to understand who they are, because I believe each and every person has a personality.
Yeah, definitely we are somewhere. Everybody has a personality. Yeah, so we just need to identify them. Or the kind of personality that we have.
Yes.
Yes. And I believe today we're also giving them examples.
Examples of people they know. Yeah.
Should be an interesting session.
Very. So I think we shall kick off with one personality called an ENFJ.
ENFJ.
Yes.
All right.
Extroverted, intuitive, feeling and judging.
Yes, basically also known as the teacher.
Is the teacher, yes.
The teacher,
these are great people, very great people. They like encouraging others, they like motivating others, doing great things.
Yes, they're also known as givers.
Yeah.
They're givers. They are known to be warm, loyal. Yes.
Motivators, as we said. They are very thoughtful people.
And strategic thinkers, I think. Yeah, they're strategic thinkers. What else stands out about them?
And I think being these people motivate, they might find themselves overstepping the boundary because they want you to achieve something.
Yes, actually they are quick to note inefficiencies.
Yes.
And they try to sort out the inefficiencies as they notice them or as they see them. And because of their logical reasoning or thinking, they're able to conceptualize things very fast, unlike most of the other traits, I would think. Yeah.
And I think they're also community minded. Think out of the box.
Yes.
How they're going to help these other people achieve what they're supposed to achieve.
Wow, okay.
They're not narrow-minded.
They're not narrow-minded. Okay.
Not narrow-minded at all.
That's interesting.
Very interesting.
Well, I think the best example I can start with is the former president of the United States, Barack Obama.
Yeah, that's a good example. Quite interesting.
Barack was charismatic, I believe. I believe he's one of the young leaders. I would call him one of the young leaders who came out.
Elected young.
Yes, young. He was, I think, he was the 44th president, I think. Quite young. Charismatic. He was able to move crowds. I would say he was able to engage the middle class. And you see, the middle class, I think, for the United States, that was the voting bloc by then.
Yes.
Whether we are rich or poor, black or white, Latino or Asian, whether we hail from Iowa or New Hampshire, Nevada or South Carolina, we are ready to take this country in a fundamentally new direction. That's what's happening in America right now. Change is what's happening in America.
He looked at what is standing out, all these people in the US.
Yes.
Which people can I engage in? Which certain people of a certain frame can I use?
Yes.
Can I engage in this? And I think that's why he came up with that, yes, I can.
Generations of Americans have responded with a simple creed that sums up the spirit of a people. Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Yes, and you see, the other thing actually you notice about this guy, he is compassionate, he's warm, but he was also very assertive. And he knew what he wanted.
He knew what, and he had to bring everybody on board to what he wanted to achieve.
Yes.
Let's move this.
Let's move this.
This is what we're
yes.
going to do.
And you know, by saying we are the change that we seek, basically he made it personal, even for everyone. People could be able to relate. I need to change. I need to change. So I'm not waiting for somebody else to come and bring the change. It is me to bring the change.
He motivated the people.
Yes, exactly.
And affirmed them.
Yes.
You can do it.
You can do it. And you see, the trait actually stood out. Being extroverted, he was able to engage these people. He was able to engage the crowd.
The warm,
yes,
warm with people.
He's warm. So you
people
basically feel
him and relate with him easily.
Yes, and being intuitive, he's able to pick what people want to know or want to hear. So he's very fast in doing that. And people, once they pick up the warmth, and then he already knows what they want, That's what he brings on the table.
He brings on table, and people bought it, and people went with it.
And you see, like when they were looking for Osama, by the time he was announcing the death of Osama, he was so straightforward. He was like, we're going to get this guy.
When you come after Americans, we go after you. And it may take time, but we have long memories, and our reach has no limits.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, we're going to get this guy.
We are going to get him.
And he got the guy.
And he got the guy.
Yeah.
So people didn't, I mean, we didn't believe that is going to happen. How
exactly.
is it going to happen?
Exactly.
Yeah.
This guy, everybody has been looking for him. He's nowhere to be found. Then all of a sudden in the morning.
After a firefight, they killed Osama bin Laden and took custody of his body.
He's dead.
He found it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
he believed in himself, and he made sure that he brings people on board to believe what he believed in.
Yes, yes.
And he carried people with it, along with him.
True. And basically I think that's why it made him one of the American presidents who stood out, or one of the leaders actually.
Leaders of them.
Who stood out. So Barack Obama is one example that we have. We have this time we'll become gender sensitive, so we look at Oprah Winfrey.
Oprah, yeah, gender sensitivity. Oprah, yeah, that's another interesting character.
Yes, because if you look at Oprah, she has come through so much. She was abused at a young age.
I would get beaten, and then I was never allowed to have any emotion about it.
She was very poor. But right now she's one of the major talk show hosts in the United States. The major talk show hosts in the United States.
One of the wealthiest.
Yes.
Wealthy women.
Yes.
There.
And then something else you notice about her, she's very warm.
Everybody can really,
yes.
Even the children.
Exactly, she's warm, she's compassionate, she's very understanding.
Very, very understanding.
But something that stands out, I think, for me when you're talking about Oprah, is that she's an abstract thinker. She doesn't follow a certain path of thought.
No. That's very true. That's very true of her.
So for her, I want to do this, I'm going to do it. It doesn't matter what route I'm going to use.
It doesn't matter if it doesn't look achievable.
Exactly.
I'm going to achieve it.
I'm going to achieve it. So I'm going to do it by whatever means that I need to use, but I'm going to do what needs to be done.
And I think even for some of her shows, women shows that I've seen, some of the talk shows she's been having with women, she's been empowering them to do the same.
Yes, and you see something else that stands out about her. She's non-judgmental. She does not judge. It's okay. Whatever has happened, it's okay. It has happened. So now, how do we move from this point on?
Yes.
And you see, I think that's one personality trait that most people don't have. Something happens, we are not able to move or to come out of the situation.
We remain there holding ourselves, guilty of it. How come it happened? We don't have the strength to move on.
Yes, and you see, for her, I think she's shown that you can be able to move out of any situation that you find yourself in. Looking at her personally, looking at her life, young youth, let me say when she was young, looking at her youth, and then looking at who she's become.
Who she's become right now.
Now she tells you, and even when you listen to what she says, she always tells you, look at the goal. What do you want? And personally,
move forward. Move forward. Let's move forward.
Yes. Forget what has happened in the past.
And I think you accept it happened.
Yes.
It happened to me. It's happened.
It's happened. So can we get on to the next point?
Let's move on.
Yes. So these two people, I believe, they are good examples.
Very good examples
of the ENFJ personality.
ENFJ personality.
The teacher personality. Because basically, look at them. They're both teachers. Look at Barack.
They empower. Even right now, Barack continues to empower, to write books, to empower people.
Exactly. So basically, that's a personality trait of a teacher.
A teacher.
That's a teacher. No matter what you say, that's a teacher at the end of the day.
It's true. It's true. No matter what you're doing.
Yes.
Even in business, if you're there, you'll find yourself equipping other people.
Exactly. Exactly.
Motivating them to want to do better.
To become better, to become a better person, to become maybe a better leader. And at the end of the day, I think that's the most important thing.
It is.
Because if you don't have such people, actually then we end up having problems.
We end up not believing that we can do something.
Yes.
Something that looks unachievable.
Yes. And you see, I believe for most people, we have this tendency of thinking it's not possible to do it. So actually you need somebody to come and show you you can be able to do it.
If I've done something similar to this, or we've overcome certain situation like
Yes.
this, you can do it.
You can do it.
You can do it.
Exactly. So that was our first personality trait.
No, first personality trait. Awesome personality
Yes.
trait. So if you if you're such, then continue believing in yourself. You can do it.
You can do it. You can
It's
achieve.
achievable.
It's achievable. Nothing is impossible. out
Nothing
here.
is impossible.
Exactly. I think we continue from there.
We continue from there. More personality traits from there next time.
Yes, I believe with more examples.
More examples. Try to know yourself. Get to know yourself. It's very important.
True.
So that's it from us, from
Yes.
our end today.
We'll see them next time.
Next time.
And
time.
make sure you tune in.
Please tune in. Please subscribe. Subscribe.
Yes, subscribe.
Subscribe.
Fyetuka TV.
Yes. I was your host, Tabby.
Alfie here, as usual.
Have a good time.